Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy. You might be saying, where's Tweedy's Omni-Man reaction? Well, I woke up at the ripe hours of 4 p.m., optimal times to wake up for a human being. This is fine, I feel like it's just optimal times to wake up. But let's get into this trailer. Let's go.
The realms are mine. Think, what good would your death accomplish?
Inspiring future generations to oppose you.
Damn, okay. Okay, so, well, let me watch the trailer in full, and then I'll go play-by-play. Okay, slammed him. Airstring. Ooh. Is that like a projectile parry?
Highly doubt a blind swordsman can kill me.
Sento and I are more than meets the eye.
Oh, they are. They are. Doesn't matter who you are, Omni-Man. You get hit by Kenshi, you're going to be blocking for a while, bro. Against that Sento. Yeah, we got Tremor coming in. Ooh. Ooh, a dive bomb. Ooh. So it looks like Omni-Man will be like a rushdown, like grappler type of deal, like we expected.
I do not think so.
Like a lot of people were like, oh, like people who haven't watched Invincible, they're like, oh, he's just gonna play like Superman. Like, no, clearly not. Oh, the low projectile from MKX. Ooh, that looks like the metallic stance. Ooh, look, whoa, what? Whoa. Ooh, Tremor's grab, okay. Ooh, a little meterless launcher, it looks like. Oh no, is that crystalline? Is that crystalline Tremor? Oh crap, here's Fatal with Tremor and Omni-Man. This is so cool, he had his like feet tied down. Ooh, the thank mark. Thank Kenshi, thank. It's only gonna be 33 more years or however old Kenshi is. Oh no, here we go. I'm so glad they put this in. That's so good. I love that.
Omni-Man wins. Flawless victory.
Oh, November 9th. I thought it was November 6th. We were literally counting down the days of my stream. Ah, so 3 more days than we thought. It's okay, I guess. Tremor. All right, let's go analyze it like beat by beat. All right.
What good would your death accomplish?
Inspiring future generations to oppose you.
Took a while to get into the gameplay. I forgot about that. Okay, so right away we got a jab string. Looks kind of similar to like Baraka's, where it's like a, jab and then like kind of like a right hook swing. And then he goes into like a float. He goes into like a float from there. It looks like he cancels into a float. It's almost like a stance almost. And then he grabs. And it's a launcher. He grabs into a launcher. It looks like it's meterless because he doesn't glow. Looks like he goes into a stance and does like a meterless launcher into like a 3-hit airstring that knocks down. And then it looks like he goes into that stance again. It looks like he has a stance where he floats. And he can dodge projectiles. It looks like that was another command in the stance, like a projectile parry. Because if you see, he's like this. And then he crosses his arms. That looks like another command. And then that looks like it dodges the projectiles. And then from there, it looks like the he has like a forward mid-knee into like an uppercut. And then he cancels it into a grab special. Which he did that to a certain character in the show. If you know, you know. They got like every way he kills in the show in this.
Highly doubt a blind swordsman can kill me.
Sento and I are more than meets the eye.
Yeah, Sendo is something else, Omni-Man. All right, so right there, it looks like he does a looks like he does like a forward advancing, maybe like high string into Tremor's uppercut. It looks like in Tremor's like aftershock stance, he has an uppercut launcher similar to MKX. And then from there, okay, so he does like his punching air string, and from there it looks like he has an air dash, like an instant air dash, into another string, into an ender where he like dashes down on him. Wait, hold on, let's go back one more time. Let's put in like slow-mo maybe. Because it's going fast. At least I just woke up, so maybe it's just fast for me. So he does punch, 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 air dash, punch, back fist into like an air like stomp. Like where he comes down. Okay, that's interesting. So is that an air dash that he's going to be able to use just in neutral, whatever? Just jump air dash, jump air dash, jump air dash? Or is it going to be specific to that string? Or is it going to be, you know, like I don't know, we'll see. All right, there he does like what looks like a mid like uppercut that advances quite a bit, pretty good advancing, and then it's like a back fist launcher. And it looks like a meterless launcher because you then notice he goes into that other string he did before, that knee. And then it looks like that knee has good recovery on it because you see he does it by itself, and then he's able to combo off of it. He's able to combo off of it. But that also might be its own string. The like forward punch, back fist in the knee, where the knee's like delayed. I don't know. But then he does a string into Tremor straight rock. Now it seems like Aftershock has the rock, you know how in MKX Tremor had down back 2, where you could do the straight rock punch, you could do the rock uppercut to launch, you could do the rock overhead, which also launched, but it wasn't as good of a launch as the rock uppercut. It wasn't as fast. It looks like Aftershock might have that move, or it definitely does. Looks like Aftershock has that move. And for those who don't know, who haven't been following Twitter, stuff like that, Tremor has variations similar to MKX. So he has Aftershock Metallic, and it looked like towards the end of that trailer, which we'll get to in a minute, he had Crystalline as well. So Tremor is looking like the most like well thought out, in-depth cameo to date. So right there, he uses like with Tremor, he uses like a it looks like a like triple ground pound, where he goes down, up, down, and the first 2 hits go like a decent distance. They go like a decent distance. They go like a decent distance. They go like this far. Second hit goes a little farther. And then third hit goes really far. So that's cool. I wonder what that is on block. I wonder what the gaps are in it, stuff like that. Wonder if it's a low. Ooh, and right there we get the air dive bomb. And it looks like he goes full screen. Yeah, it goes full screen. So you want to throw projectiles against Omni-Man, you better be fucking careful. Because it looks like that shit launches no bar. And it looks like he goes into like a sweep. He goes into like a sweep from there. Or maybe that's the whole... Okay, I have a read. So maybe if you meter burn the dive bomb and launches, but if you do meterless, that's the whole sequence. Dive bomb, sweep, boom. Boop, bop. Like that. Because it doesn't look like he recovers, right? Let's look in slow-mo. Let's look in slow-mo. It doesn't look like he recovers and does something else, at least to me. At least to me, it doesn't look like it. So we see the Tremor move, boop, bop, and then Omni-Man. Yeah, it doesn't look like he recovers to me. Maybe, though. Because doesn't his default stance kind of look like that? Yeah, so maybe the meterless does launch. And he's doing, it looks like he's doing like a sweep from there. Into like a little sweep comb. I don't know. This is some shit going on right here. I don't know. We need to investigate this. We need to investigate this when he comes out. 'Cause that looked good. Right there we get the throw animation.
The cocky one. You're about to be humbled.
By a man in a cape? I do not think so.
All right, my bad. Okay, so wait, okay. So right there, he does that like that punch in the back fist. Yeah. So it is a launch. So earlier I said into the knee might be like a delayed string. No, it is just a straight up launch because you see him just do it into an air string there. Yep. And then it looks like he goes into that stance in the air. He goes into that like straight up and narrow stance in the air, and then he uses it to dash around, and then that looked like maybe a whole like kind of like ender where he like hold on, my bad, y'all. Yeah, that looked like one move, like a special move right there. Like you go into the stance and then yeah. But that's a quick like cap screen special if so. And then a low into like a blast. Okay. So it looks like to me at least, he has a move where he does like a so he does a low there, like a little short low, similar to other characters in NRS games. And then he does like a EX blast where he just shoots like waves of like force, like air. And it looks like he goes pretty far. So you could maybe use that as like a projectile threat with him. So that looks cool because up to this point we haven't seen a projectile from him, and we know from the comics and a show that he doesn't use lasers. You know what I mean? Like people who have never watched Invincible, they're like, oh, he's just gonna be like Superman's gonna use lasers. No, he actually Omni-Man does not use lasers at all. So I was wondering, like, is he gonna have any sort of projectile game? And it looks like maybe he will. Looks like maybe he will with that like clap. And right there, you see Tremor in metallic this time. He actually rolls the ball. And Omni-Man's able to, wait, what? Okay. So that's not a projectile parry, is it? That's not a projectile parry. So if you see Omni-Man, he's going into his, like, little stance. He's going into his little stance while Tremor's doing that. And that must be like, is that an ambush? Is that low projectile an ambush? It's an ambush. So his low projectile is an ambush. Tremors. And then you see Omni-Man, he goes into a stance. And then earlier I said it might be like a projectile parry or something like that. When he teleported behind him. No, it's not. It's just, he could just do it. He could just teleport behind you. That's crazy. And then he goes into a string. And then Tremor gets some fire coming out. Looks like you can maybe launch off of that. Looks like that's an ambush as well. No, it's not. No, it's a summon. So you know how a lot of cameos have something like on block you can throw out? Like Sub-Zero's dash, Sector's fire, things of that nature, Serena's upkick. Looks like this is like Tremors. Because it's like a summon. Doesn't really look like it gives you a combo. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can get there in time to combo. So it looks like it's kind of like Tremors. And you see, okay, he EXs the stance there. And it looks like he's invincible to attacks. At least highs and mids. At least highs and mids. And right there we get the Tremor grab. All right, let me go back to normal speed. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we got the launching string again. It looked like he went to a different version of that string. So he's got the uppercut into the launch. He's also got an uppercut into like a straight punch. I assume that straight punch is like probably safer on block. Probably maybe even plus. You know, normally like if you got a string like that where it's like a punch into like a launcher or into something else, normally the launching part is unsafe. Like Reptile, for example, take Reptile's like forward 2. He has forward 2-3, which launches. It's like minus 14. But then he has forward 2-1 and forward 2-4, which are safer, but they don't necessarily launch meterless by himself like that. So looks like that type of string that he's got there with his little uppercut punch. And then you have Crystalline coming in with the projectile reflect. Yeah, coming in with the projectile reflect. It looks like a summon move too. As you can see, Omni-Man goes into his stance. And right here you see Omni-Man goes into his actual stance. And then he meter burns and does like a dash uppercut into a launch. Wow. What was that? He went into the stance again, then he did like a little belly bump. Is that like a safe on block thing? Hold on, let's see how fast I keep clicking the wrong thing. Remember, y'all, I just woke up. Let's see how fast his super is. I don't know how fast that is. It seems pretty fast, but I don't know, like, at what point does he actually hit him there? Because he's, like, flying all around. See, he flies behind him, then grabs him, but Kenshi also runs forward because of his own shit. So I'm wondering if the character never runs forward, is it truly instant? I don't know. Also, another thing I want to point out before I end the video is when you go to his fatal, if you didn't notice this, which you probably did, but just in case, if someone did notice, it's actually not just a reference to Invincible. It's a reference to MK3 as well, and like other MKs. It's actually the subway for the Mortal Kombat subway, and you know that because it says Boon Tobias on the left, just like it does in the Mortal Kombat subway. So it's like a double reference, you know what I mean? It's a double reference. And yeah, that trailer was cool. Omni-Man looks like a rushdown grappler who has very easy ways to get in. He looks like a rushdown grappler that has very easy ways to get in. Looks like he has good combo potential. And Tremor looks like the deepest cameo we've seen. Looks like we haven't seen a cameo that is deeper than Tremor. So yeah, I'm excited, y'all. I'm going to be jumping right in November 9th using Omni-Man and Tremor. I don't even care if they synergize that well. I want to use both. And yeah, it's going to be freaking awesome. It's exciting times. Finally glad some DLC is getting rolled out for this game. It's been what, like, by the time Omni-Man comes out, it'll be about 2 months. And yeah, hope y'all have been enjoying MK1 and my videos and stuff like that. And that's going to be it for me. Later, y'all.